Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. We are continuing with chapter 1 of accounts, terminology of accounts. We have already discussed about the basic terms of assets and liabilities in the previous lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about few more terms. Page number 14 of your textbook. Receipts. When money is received due to some business transaction, it is known as receipt. When goods are sold, any asset is sold, amount thus received from it is considered as receipt. Receipt may be regularly received during the year in the business from the day-to-day activities like sale of goods, an amount is received, any commission income, any dividend income. These receipts can be categorized into two parts, that is capital receipt and revenue receipt. Capital receipts. These receipts are not regularly received. In business, certain transaction which does not happen on daily basis. For example, sale of assets, issue of debentures, जो बिजनेस में रेगुलरली नहीं होते हैं बट राउंड द ईयर once or twice these transaction happens, so any receipt arises out of such transaction is known as capital receipts. ये frequently नहीं होते हैं. Next is revenue receipts. These receipts, profit earned during the year or loss incurred can be ascertained from such receipts. In this category of receipts, income of sales, income of commission, income of discount, income of rent can be included. ऐसी कोई रेवेन्यू जनरेशन जो बिजनेस में रेगुलरली होती रहती है, डेट कैन बी कंसिडर अंडर रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट्स. रिसिप्ट्स शुड नॉट बी कंफ्यूज्ड विथ इनकम. ये कोई इनकम नहीं है, लेकिन जो पैसा बिजनेस के अंदर आ रहा है वो रिसिप्ट्स कहलाएगा. सो रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट्स कैन बी जनरेटेड थ्रू एनी इनकम रियलाइज्ड in the form of rent, discount, commission, dividend that is on regular basis in the business. Next topic is payment. Payment paid during the business transaction can be classified on the basis of the payment regularly paid during the year or not regularly paid during the year. So it can be categorized into capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. जैसे बिजनेस में रिसिप्ट्स जनरेट होती है, उसी तरीके से हम किसी भी चीज़ के लिए एसेट एक्वायर करने के लिए अगर हम पेमेंट करते हैं या फिर कोई हम परचेज करके लेके आते हैं गुड्स, उसके लिए हम जो पेमेंट करते हैं that can be included under the payment. Payment can be categorized into capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure. This payment is not regular in nature. Whenever any fixed asset is acquired या कोई fixed asset खरीदे जा रहे हैं, जैसे asset like machinery you have purchased or furniture you have purchased, so any payment made against acquiring of such asset is known as capital expenditure. This is of not regular nature. ये रेगुलरली बिजनेस में नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन ईयर के दौरान अगर हम कोई एसेट एक्वायर करने के लिए पैसा दे रहे हैं वो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर में लेंगे. रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. These expenditures are regularly done in business for its day-to-day running activities. Example, payment of salary, wages, any electricity expense, telephone expense, any advertisement expense, commission expense, all such expenses which are done to run the business for regularly are included under the revenue expenditure. Deferred revenue expenditure we have already discussed under fictitious asset, that is advertisement expenditure done. आज एक्सपेंडिचर करते हैं एडवर्टीज़मेंट का, बट इसका बेनिफिट हमको आने वाले कुछ सालों तक मिलता है, इसलिए हम उसको धीरे धीरे राइट ऑफ करते हैं. डेट इज़ डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. Expense and revenue again here is the same. Expense today to run the business activities, day to day expenditure, day to day expense is done like salary expense, wages, brokerage and other expense. Similar way revenue here includes income or any amount generated from the sale of assets or any other income such as interest, rent received, commission received, dividend received. It is generally for 1 year, that is known as accounting period. Accounting period is for 1 year. For income tax purpose, we take the accounting year as 1st April to 31st March. Page number 16, profit. The excess of day-to-day income over expense of the business is called profit. Selling price is more than the cost price. So when goods are sold at more price than the cost price, whatever difference is profit. This is called as revenue profit. रेगुलर बिजनेस में परचेज सेल करते हैं और रेवेन्यू इनकम इज़ मोर देन द रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंस, एट दैट टाइम प्रॉफिट इज़ रियलाइज्ड. Many a times there might be creation of irregular profit such as profit on sale of asset. कोई asset आपने बेचा, उसके ऊपर कोई profit अगर realize होता है, that is included under capital profit. Loss. The difference obtained by the deduction of regular income from the regular expense is called loss. That means whenever income is less but expenses are more, in that case loss arises in the business. Generally the word deficit is used for loss. Here they have discussed one example. Here goods destroyed by fire, cost of good is 5,000, then loss will be 5,000. That means any goods destroyed by fire and no amount is realized by the insurance company, then there will be loss of completely 5,000. But any amount which is realized from the insurance company, suppose goods burned of 5,000 but insurance company passed a claim of 3,000, then there will be loss of 2,000 only. 3,000 is received from insurance company. Gain is another word used for the word profit. Next is purchase. The goods in which businessman is dealing regularly. Continuously buying of such goods are done, then it becomes purchase. example, a person is dealing regularly in sari, buying and selling sari. For that he is purchasing sari, then making the value addition on that. That is included in its purchase. The purchase can be cash or credit. कैश में भी हो सकती है और क्रेडिट उधार पर भी हो सकती है. बट इफ द बिजनेसमैन इज परचेजिंग एनी कंप्यूटर, देन इट इज़ नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन दैट परचेज. वो फिर असेट बन जाएगा. लेकिन कोई भी कंप्यूटर शॉप ओनर अगर गुड्स रिलेटेड टू इट्स शॉप, डेट इज़ कंप्यूटर, प्रिंटर, वो अगर बाइंग करता है तो डेट इज़ इंक्लूडेड इन इट्स परचेज. सिमिलरली सेल्स, a businessman does the business of goods, sale of that goods is treated as sale in accounting. जनरली जिसमें वो रेगुलरली डील कर रहा है और गुड्स सेल करके अमाउंट रियलाइज कर रहा है, डेट इज़ इंक्लूडेड इनटू सेल्स. लाइक अ ग्रेन मर्चेंट सेलिंग ग्रेन्स. स्टॉक, here generally we talk about the closing stock. Goods remain unsold lying in the business at the end of the accounting year is known as closing stock. Closing stock is included in current asset. साल के आखिर में, that is on 31st March of every year, the goods which are unsold, जो बिके नहीं हैं, वो स्टॉक में इंक्लूड होते हैं. क्लोजिंग स्टॉक is calculated on market price or cost price, whichever is less, on every 31st March by every businessman. The closing stock for this year, when carry forward to the next year, that is on 1st April, will become the opening stock for that year. Students, go through these terms of account, read it thoroughly from the textbook, try to get the things from it, write these, define in your accounts ledger. These terms are going to come later in the final accounts and other topics. We'll try to discuss in detail when the topic comes. Next is debtors. When a businessman sells goods on credit to his own customers, those customers are called as debtors. Customer become debtors of that amount for which goods is sold on credit. Debtors are treated as current asset. Whenever any businessman sold any goods to any person on credit, अगर वो उधार पे माल बेचता है किसी को, that person becomes debtor for the business, जिनसे हमको पैसा लेना है for sale of goods. Similar way, creditors, when goods are purchased on credit from any person, amount payable to such person is known as creditors. A trader becomes creditor for business for that amount for which goods are purchased on credit. Suppose we have purchased goods of 10,000 from A, and immediately we have paid rupees 5,000, and we promised to pay 5,000 after 1 month. So in our books, A will become creditor of rupees 5,000. Whatever amount we have paid to him, that is considered as cash purchase, and remaining 5,000 as credit purchase. So whenever credit purchase is made, the amount payable to such person in future is covered under creditors. Creditors are treated as current liability, which can be paid in near future. Students, here few terms we will discuss afterwards when it will come in the next chapters. Next topic is voucher. Voucher is a written document of business which supports the business transaction. Suppose we are selling goods to any person, तो हम क्या इशू करते हैं उसको? सेल बिल. If we purchase the goods, we get the purchase bill. That bill can be considered as voucher. Voucher should be in written form. अगर आप बिजनेस में कैश जमा करते हो, बैंक में डिपॉजिट करते हो, तो बैंक आपको स्टैम्प करके रिसीव करके एक बिल देता है. That copy can be considered as bank deposit. Voucher is important. Define of voucher can be asked, and you have to write this define in your notebook. Next is discount. Whenever we go for buying the product, at the time of making purchase, we get some discount. That is, we pay less amount than the billed amount. That is known as discount. Amount less given is known as discount. Discount may be of trade discount and cash discount. We will see the difference between trade discount and cash discount in the journal entries, as this is important for practical knowledge only. Discount allowed or received. Discount received. Whenever the businessman purchases goods and pays the less amount, that amount which is not paid is called discount received. जो उसे मिला है, suppose he has to pay 10,000, उसको 10,000 देने हैं, but he pays 9,800, so 200 less given can be considered as discount received. Similar way, discount allowed. Whenever a businessman receives any amount from debtor, the amount less received can be considered as discount allowed. Suppose we have to receive 15,000 from any person, but that person gives 2% less from that is rupees 300, and we get 14,700. So 300 rupees can be considered as discount allowed by the businessman. Depreciation. Every year the value of asset is reduced by certain rate. The value thus received reduced on the value of asset is known as depreciation. We have complete practical chapter on depreciation in part 2. Depreciation is an expense of business. It is non-cash expense of the business. हर साल हमारे जो assets हैं, सब से फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल कार, बाइक, मशीनरी, उनकी वैल्यू डेप्रिशिएट होती जाती है, रिड्यूस होती जाती है बाय सम परसेंटेज. दैट इज़ कंसिडर्ड एज डेप्रिसिएशन. Bad debts. Many times certain amount which cannot be recovered from debtor and written off is known as bad debt. सपोज हमारे को किसी भी डेटर से, बिजनेस के पर्सन से 10,000 लेना है, बट वो इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है and he promises to pay only 9,000. वो बोलता है 10,000 में से मैं 9,000 ही दे पाऊँगा और ये आप लेके फाइनल सेटलमेंट कर लो. इन दैट केस 1,000 नॉट रिकवर्ड इज़ कंसिडर्ड एज बैड डेब्ट्स. बिजनेस के अंदर जो पैसा डूब जाता है वाइल रिकवरिंग फ्रॉम द डेटर्स इज़ नोन एज बैड डेब्ट्स. Next topic is debit and credit. These are the two important words which will be dealing in our accounts, journal entry and other topics in double entry system. The left hand side in the accounting is called as debit side and the right hand side of the account is known as credit side. In the next coming chapter, that is related to journal entry, cash book, ledger, debit and credit is important. We will learn more about debit and credit in practical chapters. Students, here we have completed the terms of accounts. Go through the topic, try to understand it. If you find any difficulty, you can personally ask your subject teacher. You have to write these terms in your notebook. From this chapter 1, only terms will be asked. It may be in fill in the form or multiple choice or in defined way. Thank you.